So Tesla had a roaring week, reaching $180 per share on Friday, literally going to the flippant moon. And while we're congratulating ourselves that we held and now we're seeing the mooning part and we feel really good, Tesla bears are mad. Oh, they mad. How mad? Pretty darn mad. I had a few comments on my YouTube channel that really made me go like, is this guy even normal? Like, has this guy even researched, or is he just going based on emotion? At the end of the video, you guys can be the judge. So I hope you guys are ready. It's a very juicy and very entertaining video. I hope you guys have your popcorn because it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a Sunday, happy Sunday, so let's get down to it. All I ask in return, man, is a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's have some fun. And please guys, please don't go looking for this comment. Don't comment on this comment. If you have nothing good to say, please don't comment at it. This individual is getting a lot of attention just from this video alone, so a comment or reply from his own comment won't do any good. Just let it be. And if you guys do comment negative things, I will delete it. So please, let's keep things as much respectful as we can. I am someone who is pro speech, so they can say whatever they want in my comments. It's just that when it comes to stupid things, I will call them out. But anyways, please don't comment anything negative and enjoy this video. All right, let's go. So here's someone commenting on my YouTube videos and it's absolutely flippin' hilarious and shows you what the bears are really thinking. I don't usually do this. I don't usually go to the comments to see who to, expose or who to call out. But if you write stupid things in my comments that's really out of this world before thinking and doing research, you're going to get called out. And there's many people like that on my YouTube channel, but this one takes the cake. It's just too funny. Again, I hope you guys have your popcorn because this is going to be absolutely hilarious. So this guy named Matt, he says no. Now, what is he saying no to? He's saying no to my video of analysts are now saying buy Tesla stock. That's the video he's saying no to. Number one, Tesla has competitors now in the EV space. All right, let's just hold on for a second. Competitors. Let's name the competitors, the ones that are making money. BYD. Okay, BYD is making money, but NIO, Lucid, Rivian, Ford, GM. Now we can't put GM in this category because they're not even making, but let's look at these guys because they have EVs. Now the problem with these EVs is that they're not making any money. They're losing a lot of money on them. So when they're losing money on them and Tesla does a 20% price cut, what do you think is going to happen to them? What do you think is going to happen to the Ford Mach-E? Or better yet, what do you think is going to happen to BYD where they have only 1.5% profit margin on each vehicle? Because they can't reduce prices. The prices are low enough, and Tesla's vehicles are far more superior to BYD's and pretty much anything else out there at the moment. And on top of that, when you say competitors, what are they really competing against? Tesla is the world's most safest car. BYD and the rest of the EV car market isn't nearly as safe as a Tesla vehicle. And don't get me started on what you get when you buy a Tesla. You're buying a future vehicle that later on it can really drive itself places. You can just sit in the car and it'll go. Give it mid-decade and most likely this will happen. Which other car company is doing that? So this competitor in the EV space doesn't really make sense. Yes, if you look at it car to car, I guess so. But when you look at what you can get with the car, nowhere close to Tesla. Like Elon said, second place needs a flippin' telescope. Moving on to number two, technology in the car is no longer a selling point since even all American car companies are doing what they have. Are doing what they have. If not, even better. Oh my God. Technology in the car is no longer a selling point. Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. Let's just take the technology out of it. Is the safest car in the world, isn't that a major selling point? I mean, somebody wanted to annihilate their entire family by driving a Tesla off a cliff and all of them came out with a minor injury. So that's a massive selling point itself. Forget the technology, man. Like, sheesh. But what's triggering here is that other car companies are doing what they have. So they're doing self-driving. Is NIO doing it? Is BYD doing it? Ford, GM? Okay, you want to talk about Cruise? You want to talk about Waymo? Okay, let's talk about them. Cruise works on the highway. It works on the highway and it doesn't do any lane changing. It just go. It's like literally putting on cruise when you're just normal car cruising and that's it. Just a little bit more of automation. Just a little bit more like keeping you in the middle of the lane. That's all it does. That's like the basic times a million basics for Tesla's FSD. So really, that's not much more of a competitor. Now, Waymo is a whole different story. I've seen Waymos out there literally driving themselves from down the street, and that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie, Waymo is doing some good stuff, but it still cannot compete with FSD, and I'm gonna tell you why. Waymo goes based on a map. Literally, this is the streets, this is the park, this is how it looks like, and it just goes based on that. What's gonna happen when there's construction? How long does it take to update the map for it to know that in this lane, there's a construction? It can't go through that way. If we look at Tesla's FSD, it's unsupervised, meaning that the technology is learning as it goes. It doesn't need to rely on a map. It doesn't need to rely on all that kind of stuff. It needs to rely on real time, on real life data, because that's where you're going to be going. You never know what's going to happen. You're driving and a squirrel pops out in front of you. You're driving and this street or that corner or that road is doing construction, so you have to do a detour and it will go. Precisely. And for crying out loud, man, we're seeing a lot of reports. I mean, look at the negative reports. Don't even look at the positive reports. The negative reports. People are sleeping on their Tesla vehicles and it's driving them to their destination. That's flipping insane. Can you do that with Waymo? Can you do that with Cruise and the other ones that's coming around? Again, as Elon said in the earnings call, number 2, competitor is a telescope away. Nothing comes close to Tesla's FSD, period. And yes, this technology is a massive, massive selling point for Tesla. And no, the other companies are not doing it better than Tesla. Get your facts right and do some research, man. Number 3, all cars are outdated and upkeep is more expensive than regular gas-powered cars. Oh my God, are you flipping serious? You know, this is convincing me that you literally done zero research. You're going based off emotions, my man. Well, let's prove you wrong again. So we got EVs, mainly Teslas, and we got a gas-powered car. Per each charge, it's gonna cost you about $20 or less, much less if you're doing it at home. Compare that to a gas car, each fill up, each to the max is about $60. So in an EV or a Tesla is 3 times cheaper. Now let's go to the services. Tesla has no engine, so there's no services every 5,000 miles. So you don't have to go to a major annual service until you hit 50,000 kilometers. While a gas car, you kind of have to go every 5,000 kilometers, and that's going to cost you around anywhere between $500 to $1,500 depending on the vehicle and the year. And last but not least, insurance. Tesla vehicles are the safest out there. The insurance is a whole lot less, especially when you go through Tesla insurance. Gas cars are a whole lot more expensive. And as Elon said himself in the earnings call, the rate that Tesla insurance give them on Teslas, other insurance companies are encouraged and kind of have to reduce the prices or give better rates for Tesla vehicles. So that's a sheesh moment right there. But look at this. Gas-powered cars compared to EVs. Big difference and a whole lot cheaper. Now he also says that it's outdated. Oh my God, my guy. If you're talking about the 2017, 2018 models, my guy, they are not outdated. In fact, it's like your phone. Your phone keeps getting updated every 3 to 6 months. So every time when you check out the phone after that, it's brand new. There's something new with it. It's the same thing with the car, my guy. It's not outdated. It's always updated and will always be updated. So get the facts right, man. Number 4, Tesla has 100% seen peak numbers for demand. As I said, more skin in the game from other competitors. Tesla has 100% seen peak numbers for demand. My guy, demand is reaching all-time highs in January because they did a price cut. The price cut that they did, which by the way, they're gonna make a lot of money off of too, there's massive demand on it. In fact, so massive that they're increasing prices on the Model Y. Again, I'm not too sure if you follow Tesla, but check out these charts. Here's a Model Y. Look how fast that's going down, and look at Model 3, that's going down. These are inventories that are going down heavily, and actually they're increasing prices so they can allow themselves to have enough time to deliver the vehicles as promised. And again, in the earnings call, Elon said that this January 2023 is a record for them in the history of Tesla. Orders are coming 2 times the rate of production. That's flipping insane, and that's with 4 factories. Sheesh. So again, go do your research, man. Go do your research. Like this is not a cool statement number 4. Nor was number 3, nor was number 2, and nor number 1. Now let's move on to number 5. The false promises of Cybertruck, semi-trucks, solar panel roofs, robotics, and self-driving will unravel and destroy everyone and anyone that's invested in the Ponzi scheme. This guy is calling Tesla a Ponzi scheme. Holy sheesh. First off, does he know what a Ponzi scheme is? Let's go see what a Ponzi scheme is so we know we're on the right track. Ponzi scheme, a fraudulent scheme that involves paying existing investors in a non-existent enterprise with the funds collected from new investors. In a non-existent enterprise. Is Tesla a non-existent enterprise? 4 gigafactories, 1 semi-gigafactory is going to be coming. You got a massive megapack factory. You got superchargers all around the world almost. I mean, non-existent enterprise, I don't know. That's just ridiculous. Ponzi scheme. I've heard it all. Tesla's not going to make any money. He's going to go bankrupt. And now it's a Ponzi scheme. What the heck is going on with these bears? All right, let's go bit by bit. The false promises of Cybertruck. Now, I can understand what he's feeling here. Cybertruck was introduced in 2019 and it's been delayed ever since. And, I guess he has the point of saying Cybertruck, where is it? It's not coming out yet. And I get that, I get his point here. But again, if he was following Tesla and the news, he would know that in Austin, Texas, the tooling is happening. They're bringing the tools to come to make it by third quarter latest, at least starting production then and the mass production in 2024. So it's coming, my guy, it's coming. No more delays. But then the semi-trucks, where's the semi-trucks? Did you not see a couple weeks ago, man, a few weeks ago, last month actually, they delivered about 50 semis, my guy. And they're planning to make thousands and thousands in this year alone, 2023, hopefully by mass production by 2024 or by halfway or third quarter of 2023. So it's already on the road, man. It's already on the road, giving you Pepsis and Cheetos and all that kind of stuff. Come on, man, where you at? Then he says solar panel roofs. Just go on YouTube, type in, Tesla solar panel roofs, and you'll see customers, you'll see how it works and all that kind of stuff. I mean, even in Toronto, some of my neighbors are actually opting in for solar panel roofs as well. So it's there, man. Check it out. Just YouTube it, and you'll see customers, people with actual solar panel roofs. It's a growing market, a big growing market. Then he says robotics here. I'm guessing he's trying to link it with Tesla bot. I mean, that's not going to happen until another 5 years, man. So don't even bring robotics unless you want to add the FSD in, but then you have it here separately. Self-driving, it will apparently unravel and destroy everyone and anyone that's invested in the Ponzi scheme apparently. But self-driving is happening at the moment, dude. Like, just again, YouTube it. Heck, rent out a Tesla and try it out yourself, man. Self-driving is happening, and literally in a couple of years, it's gonna most likely be completed in the next 2 to 3 years. Ponzi scheme. Come on, man, do more research. You gotta do more research. Stop being a bear. Number 6, Elon claims, I am done selling. No, you ain't, homie. You have $1 billion interest payment alone to a bank because of your genius mind. Now, obviously, when he says I'm done selling, Elon is usually not done selling, and for the first time ever, we did hear Elon say that he's not going to sell until 2025, I believe. So he's going to sell for sure. I mean, the guy has over 10% or 12%, over 12% of Tesla shares. The guy needs to bring it down to probably 7, 6, or even 5% because that's less risk on Tesla stock and just Tesla investment itself. Because, Elon, with the purchase of Twitter, pulling out 44 billion, bringing the Tesla stock down from 200 to 100. But he also continues at 6A, Elon will need to sell stock to maintain the margin requirements so he won't be margin called. Now, I did more research on this. Apparently, he does have some sort of a margin call, but he did miss the bullet apparently. In this article that says how Elon Musk dodged a potential margin call bullet by following his own advice. So I guess I'll give this little line a little bit of a credit. Not too much, just a little bit of a credit. Number 7, sales will not see positive returns for a good year. Inflation is still high and the rich still have not capitulated. For a target rate of 2%, you will need to have the rich capitulate in this market. The Feds knows this. Jerome Powell knows this. He literally talks about this. Where do I start from here? Sales will not see positive returns for a good year. I mean, if you saw the Q4 earnings, I'm sure it changed everybody's mind. And again, if Tesla slashes their prices by 50%, they're still going to make a whole lot of money. And let's say that Tesla goes to 0% margin. Not only is that going to destroy the whole automotive industry, but this is actually going to be in Tesla's benefit. Yes, for a whole year, they're not going to make money if they go to 0% margin per each vehicle. But then they got the FSD, they got the insurance, and they got the other parts of the business that can actually generate cash and profits for them. So really, going to a 0% margin for Tesla won't really hurt them. It'll just make them stronger long term and probably destroy the rest of the competition. So it's a positive if you think about it. But will they actually go to 0% margin? I highly doubt that. If anything, if the recession gets worse, they probably have to deduct the prices again by another 20-30%. But that's max though. I don't think they're going to go lower than that. I think they're still going to come out with a strong profit, a record-breaking profit in 2023. So this point right here, sales will not see positive returns for a good year, is cap, is BS, and gotta do your research, my man. Gotta do your research. Inflation is still high and the rich have not capitulated. Well, let me tell you something about the rich. Why would the rich capitulate? The stock market is down 80%. Like majority of the good companies is down 80%. S&P 500 is down 30-40%. Yes, we are in a bear market, but if I'm a rich investor, I'll be licking my lips all over the place. I'll be buying it as much as I can. What are you talking about, man? Yes, inflation needs to go down to 2% before the Fed can pivot, but that doesn't mean that the rich isn't buying. In fact, a lot of rich guys are buying right now. We'll see what Warren Buffett buys literally in February when it comes out. I'm sure he's buying quite a bit of good businesses right now. And hey, inflation is coming down pretty darn fast, so I don't think that point is pretty darn valid. In fact, I think we're going to go to deflationary before we can go back to 2%. So yeah. Number 8, the cars look like jelly beans that have no personality to them. Bruh. Jelly beans? Really, my guy? Jelly beans? How does this look like a jelly bean, man? Let's go look at Model Y. Maybe he's talking about the Model Y. I mean, I don't really see the jelly bean, my guy. Then he continues to say that it looks like you're lacking personality if you drive one and want to be a robot. What? How are you lacking personality when you're driving a Tesla? All the Teslas that I see on the road are actually people that I want to go and talk to. They have good personalities. That's just flipping hilarious and ridiculous, but maybe you're lacking personality. And the reason why you're not driving one is because you can't afford one. That's probably it. Anyways, moving on to number 9. Suspension sucks. My guy, have you not driven a Tesla before? If you haven't, I highly recommend you go rent out a Model 3 or something, man. The suspension, I mean, I rented out the Model S. The suspension was absolutely flawless. The best I've ever driven. The best. I was going on potholes, literally half a foot deep, and it felt like a small bump on the road. So I don't know what you're saying, suspension sucks. Then he goes to say that I see a fair market value of Tesla at around 70 to 80 bucks per share. Now, honestly, for a Tesla bear, that's actually not too bad. You know, Tesla bears are saying 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 30 bucks, 70 to 80? Okay, so maybe you're not that much of a Tesla bear as we all may think you are, but that's interesting. 70 to 80 bucks. Surprise is not lower for a Tesla bear like you. Then he goes to say, which is honestly one of my favorite parts, this is a car manufacturing company, not a tech company. This is shown via their filings, I believe F13. Most of the value people think of about Tesla is fueled, he spelled fueled wrong, by hopium and Elon making empty promises with nothing to fill them, but with the void in his soul. Oh my God. You're telling me Elon did nothing. You're telling me he didn't do the 4 gigafactory. You're telling me the whole mission of Tesla is to transition to sustainable energy. You're saying that Elon didn't do that. He didn't revolutionize the whole entire EV industry. He literally came out single-handedly, kick everybody in the nuts and saying that this is how you're supposed to run a company and this is where we're going to go. The direction of EV, the direction of vehicles is going to be this way. You're telling me he didn't do any of that. That's ridiculous, man. That's absolutely ridiculous and a very bad statement. Elon Musk is an extraordinary man that's done so many things that, man, putting 10 scientists, 10 entrepreneurs in a room can't even do. You gotta give this man credit. But going back to this car manufacturing company, well, first of all, Tesla is not a car company. They are not a car company. They are a tech company. Now, yes, if you want to look at their sales and revenues and profits, yes, 90% of it is coming from vehicles. But that's going to be a different story 5 years from now. And us investors, we are investing into that 5-10 years from now. Because we know around that time, the vehicle side of the business is going to be probably 30% of the entire business for Tesla. And the majority of it is going to be handled by FSD, energy, and other things to come. So we are forward investors and forward looking, unlike you. Then he ends off by saying dude sold out and is literally laughing to the bank while laughing at all those suckers who funneled him money for the false promises. My God, it's the game, is what he says. It's how you obtain such high valuations. He runs a Ponzi scheme, again with the Ponzi scheme, and y'all can't even see it yet. I think you got to go ahead and, look at the definition of Ponzi scheme one more time and actually look at real life companies that were Ponzi schemes and then compare to Tesla. Because Tesla is the furthest thing away from Ponzi scheme. Man, you know what? I am convinced that you bought at 418 at the peak and you sold at the low. You bought high and sold low, my guy. And now you're salty. You're salty, man. Sheesh. Man, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Like, man, just look at all these points that he said. 90% of it made no sense and it was false. True classic Tesla bear right here. I mean, the guy's calling Tesla a flipping Ponzi scheme. That's the first for me, but I've heard it all now for Tesla. Again, bankruptcy, no demand, gonna go down, GM's gonna come on top, Ford's gonna be king, and now Ponzi scheme. Man, I really don't know. It's just hilarious. I wonder what he's thinking now when the stock has roared up literally in about a whole week from like 120 to 180. Curious to know what he thinks. But this was a very, very interesting comment that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't normally do this because, you know, I have other things to do, but this was exceptional. And let this be a warning to anyone who wants to put stupid comments in my videos without any facts and solid research. You're gonna be called out, my guy. You're gonna be called out. So please, before commenting on my videos, please do research. Please do some solid analysis before coming and writing these facts for other people who are very emotional towards Tesla stock, who will sell based off emotion, because you're gonna be hurting them. Right now, if they sold literally 2-3 weeks ago, they would have missed this entire run. And yes, they're gonna feel pretty darn bad about themselves. So, you know, let's not try to promote that. Writing facts that do goes against Tesla, I'm okay with, but writing stupid comments that, you know, false promises and Ponzi schemes, come on man, you know better than that. Write legit things, like legit negative things, which is really hard to find for Tesla at the moment if you look at it as a whole company. The only bad negative thing that I have for Tesla is, you know, having their heart, the heart of the company being in China. That's the biggest thing, that's my biggest concern. But when it comes down to everything else, like competition and full self-driving, Tesla has it in the bag. Margins, pricing power. Literally, it's a company that comes once in a lifetime. If you don't see the opportunity, man, if you don't see the long-term opportunity, that's your fault. And you shouldn't be putting false information or fake news out there. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Enjoy this Sunday. You can check out these videos to check out if you guys are interested. I'm sure you'll find some great value. Don't forget to subscribe and, you know, support the channel by becoming a channel member or getting some merch, like going all in, because I'm going all into Tesla stock. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.